Today I'm going to talk about trust. Over the last 12 years, I've had about 9 coaches covering all different topics, and believe it or not, only one of them talked about trust. And trust is something that we kind of take for granted, but there's nothing more important than trust, and building trust and establishing and maintaining trust. Everything we do either builds or erodes trust. Everything. If you send out paperwork and there's a little mistake in a spelling of a name or an address, it takes the trust level down a drop. If someone answers the phone and they're not warm or inviting or helpful, it erodes trust. Yet on the other hand, if you show up on time, you have a 2 o'clock meeting, you show up at 2 o'clock, believe it or not, that builds trust. You say, I'm going to call you at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and you call at 5 o'clock. That builds trust. Everything either builds or erodes trust, and there's no in between. And once we were made aware of that, it became very helpful. So the other thing is, that we paid attention to is, what do your actions and words really communicate to your client or your customers? Very important to look at it from a customer's perspective. So you need to build in systems and checks and balances for everything you and your staff do to make sure everything you're doing is building trust and not eroding trust. Even the little things are very, very important. So as I mentioned, it could be the little things, but what I found helpful is taking time out and focusing on what can I do to build our clients' trust by 7 to 10 times. 7 to 10 times where it is now. So looking at processes, procedures, talking with employees, and building systems that will build more trust. We even had something called a trust bank, that when one of the staff members did something really good and a client commented, they got a deposit into the trust bank. If something came the other way, unfortunately, it became a negative from the trust bank and a debit. So you can do that as well. The key is to be aware of that. And again, I'm going to say it again because it's so important. Everything you do is either going to build trust or erode trust. So if you focus on building trust with everything you do, I think you'll have better client relationships, you'll have more referrals to new clients, you'll have just a better business. So I hope you enjoyed today, and I look forward to meeting with you next month. Thank you.